Hi everyone. So today I just want to quickly show you a very simple way you can check if your saddle fits, or at least if it doesn't fit. Because to make sure that it fits absolutely perfectly, you need a professional. But at least you need to know when it doesn't fit, so you're aware that it's time to call the saddle fitter and get a refit or another saddle. So I'm going to use two saddles, one that I know fits and one that I know doesn't fit, and show you the difference. So already this saddle, you can probably see I can fit my hand all the way through, and at the back it's the same. I can feel that the saddle doesn't touch on the spinal processes. It's got a wide channel on each side, and that is super important. Saddles that are too narrow will damage your horse's spinal processes, which are those little sticky bits of dirt on each side of the vertebra. Are you finding some more hay? Now I never girth my horses tight because they need to breathe, and the girth put a lot of pressure on their ribcage and sternum. And if your saddle fits well and you are a balanced rider, you should be able to sit at the middle of your horse and your saddle shouldn't turn around. So, the point I really want you to put a lot of attention to is, yes, you're being a good girl, you should be able to have your shoulder blade free. So that's the edge of the shoulder blade bone, and my saddle's about a hand behind, but it's not too far sitting on the lumbar. So the end of the saddle is here, and that's still the thorax, not the lumbar. That's also very important. Finally, you need to be able to slide your hand from the top here all the way along without it feeling trapped or pinched. So from the top I can slide my hand, and it's got pretty much the same amount of pressure all the way along. One more check. The bottom of your seat should be the lowest point. If all those things are good, then the last thing you need to be aware of is that when you ride your horse and when you sit on your horse, if the saddle rocks, you might not necessarily feel it because the horse moves, but what you will see is that your saddle pad will move under your saddle, and you might have real ruffle hair when you remove your saddle. So in doubt, call your saddle fitter. Now I'm going to take this saddle off and show you what it looks like with a saddle that's a little too small for Dolly. So let's have a look at this saddle now. It's about the same length, maybe slightly longer than the other, but it still fit lengthwise. And it's still a wide saddle, so the two underneath bit, which name escaped me because my brain thinks in several languages, so sometimes it gets jammed, but you know what I mean. The channel underneath is wide enough. So now, as far as the shoulder blades still have some freedom to move, but if I try to fit my hand under here, it doesn't fit properly, and I certainly can't slide it freely like the other saddle. So that's your one thing, that if you can't slide your hand from the top down all the way in a smooth motion, your saddle is too small, 100%. And so many times I arrive to give a lesson to a new horse and people have got the horse already all tacked up, which I actually prefer when the horse is not tacked. And yeah, straight away I say, well, the saddle's too small, so that's that. We're not riding in this saddle. Because horses, when they feel that they can't move, they are going to compress all those muscles here. They're not going to be able to move their shoulder freely forward, and it will hurt them. So that's that simple. The other thing that I wanted to mention quickly is that I do all really, my everyday husbandry with my horses, trimming their feet, saddling them at liberty, because I want them to be able to talk to me. I want them to be able to feel that they have a voice and they can tell me if it doesn't feel right. And if they walk away, they're not being rude, they're not being disrespectful, they're just telling me that they're not quite ready. Sometimes they walk away because they actually want a poo or a drink, or before I trim the next foot or whatever it is that I'm doing. So yeah, working with consent, again, it's something that I'm bang on about a fair bit because it's really important. Okay, I hope that this was informative and that you got something out of it. And please check your saddle often, because horses change shape with seasons and with work. And I'm sure Dolly will be very pleased once I remove this saddle from her back. She's been a very good model, hasn't she, my girl? Oh, you've been so good. Oh, you've been so good. And I will talk to you again soon about some other horsey things.